Hello, today on A Journey Worth Taking, I'm going to share with you the 3 most important things that we did when we started to care for my parents with Alzheimer's and dementia. And if you stay until the end, I will share with you the approach that got our parents on board. My name is Wade Wilson, and welcome to A Journey Worth Taking. When my brother and I found out that my mother had Alzheimer's, we decided that there were 3 important things that we needed to do to get things in order for our parents and for us to put order to something that was all out of sorts. What are the most important things that you did when you started caregiving? Please share them in the comments below. The first thing that we did was to organize the meds and the medical appointments. We realized right away that my mother was not taking her meds appropriately, and we needed to come up with a solution that was going to help my father, help my mom take her meds on time and to take the right ones. And also to get the medical appointments in order so that the information that was being transferred from my parents to the doctors was accurate, because we found that maybe some of that information was not clearly communicated to the doctors. We had a hard enough time keeping doctors because they were rotating so much, but also to keep the communication clear from our side. So the first thing that my brother did was to go out and figure out a solution for the meds. And so the one thing that we did was we found, or my brother found, online this medical dispenser. Now, it's not the only thing out there, but this has worked really well for us. And it's by a company called Live Fine. You can find it on Amazon, and I'll provide a link below. And basically what this does is it allows us for 2 weeks to fill up the medications, and at the appropriate times throughout the day, the alarm goes off. When the alarm goes off, you tip the medication out of the hole. It rotates around and puts the appropriate medications there. You tip it, it turns off the alarm, and it produces the pills into their hand, so then they can take their medications on time. And then it rotates the next time they need their meds, the alarm goes off. Now, I use this still, even though I'm dispensing the meds to my parents. My brother comes and fills them up every 2 weeks, and I take and distribute the meds when the pills go off. And so it makes it a great solution for organizing the appropriate meds at the appropriate time. Also, my brother had to organize the medical appointments and make sure my parents were getting to the appointments on time. They were organized and communication was happening between us and them. The one thing that I recommend is that one person, if you have multiple people in your family that are caring for your loved ones, is that one person really handle the medical side of things. And then there's good, clear communication as to what the expectations are, especially in our family. My brother lives in another town, and he handles all the medical side of things. And then I often take my mom or my dad to the doctor since they live with us. But we communicate well. We're a good team. So hopefully you can put together a good team that will be able to take care of your, organize the meds and the medical appointments. The second thing we did was to organize the finances. We noticed pretty quickly that the finances were not quite in order and that my mom was having a hard time keeping the finances and the bills all taken care of. So what I did was I organized a spreadsheet, and I put all of the information that I could find. I gathered up policies and policy numbers. I gathered up logins and passwords and the financial history, the bills that were being paid every month, the subscriptions that they had. I mean, I went on a fact-finding mission to figure out anything and everything that impacted my parents' lives as far as insurance companies and retirement brokers, and got all the information. And so what I've done is I put all that information that fact-seeking information on a PDF and a Word document, so you can do some editing if you want to the sheet. But basically, all the stuff that I tried to find out from my parents, I put it on a sheet for you so that it'll make your journey a little bit easier when it comes to some of this stuff. So I gathered all this information and I started a budget for my parents, and an allowance, made sure that the budget was covering their monthly bills, that they had some cash on hand that they could spend for their needs during the month, gas and just fun stuff too. And then I put together a long-term projection on how long their finances were going to last. And so I showed them and shared with them that we were going to take care of them financially, that what they had would last X amount of years. And I think they really liked seeing that after kind of having things in chaos for a while, to see that their finances really are going to help them throughout the rest of their life. So we put together the budget, put together an allowance for them, got their finances in order, and really took some stress off their shoulders. Now, the third thing that we did was we made things legal, because, if you're going to be digging in bank accounts and talking with financial advisors and doing things on behalf of those that you're taking care of, then it's very important to have financial powers of attorney in place. So we had financial power of attorney for me, a medical power of attorney for my brother, and that came in very, very helpful when the doctor deemed my mom not able to make decisions for herself medically. And because we had that power of attorney in place, then the doctor signed over to my brother the ability for him to be able to make decisions on her behalf medically. Also, you might want to consider doing a HIPAA release. Now, a HIPAA release is basically where your parent or the person you're taking care of signs over the ability for you to communicate with your doctors, to communicate with the doctors about the situation, to ask them questions, to get filled in on all the information. Without that HIPAA form, that HIPAA release, then they're really not supposed to share that with you. Now, they might when you're sitting in the room and your parents or the person you're taking care of gives them a verbal nod saying, yes, you can share the information with this person. In the long run, you're going to want something that you can show them that will allow you to speak to those doctors and find out what's going on. I've included down below a link to an organization that gives you more information on how to deal with doctors and the HIPAA form and all that kind of stuff. So all that information is down below in a link, and you can go to that website, find out some great information on how to deal with doctors on the behalf of the person that you're giving care to. Now, I said in the beginning, if you stayed till the end, I would share with you how I got my parents on board. And this is the way that I approached it. Now, I said to them, we really want to help you out. Could I put together a plan for you on how we would approach the finances and how we'd approach the meds and just put a plan together? And you know what? If you don't like that plan, then we'll come up with a different solution. Now, let them know that we were including them in on the process, that they actually had a say, yay or nay, and that we could shape it based on their thoughts about the process. In the end, when I presented it to them, they were actually very receptive to it. And I think that was because that we gave them the option to help shape it after they saw it the first time around. And we did tweak things a little bit based on their comments. And we've used that approach. Could I present something to you, and if you don't like it, then you can put change to it and we'll adjust to it. And it's worked for us pretty much every time. So I hope that helps you in your journey to be able to address your loved ones and those that you're caring for. And if you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comments below. Our next video, I will talk about how we integrated some technologies to help out in our caregiving. Remember, there are links and files below. And please subscribe. And if this was beneficial to you, hit that like button and then click the bell if you want to be notified of the next video. Until next time, I hope your journey is worth taking.